Topic is actually going to cover something I covered the other day. It's going to go a little more in detail about it, and it's called Facebook EdgeRank. And for some people, they say, well, Facebook EdgeRank, it's something that only Facebook knows, kind of like Google only knows their own search algorithm. Well, the thing is, though, what Facebook EdgeRank is basically it's your score. It's a weighting. It's assigned by Facebook to your status updates. And this is basically what people will start to see. Like, for instance, I logged into Facebook. I see certain people's news. And I can go into this section called Top News. And this is where I'll see what's been reported, what's been liked, etc. And it basically focuses on 4 different areas. One of those areas is called Affinity. The other is called Weight. You also have Time Decay, and then your news feed. So let me go into these a little more in depth. I want to cover the first item, which I said was your news feed, and it's basically referred to as an object. Think of it like this: status updates, videos, links, photos. They're objects, and each time you create a new object, you're initiating an edge. Okay, and again, I mean, you think like polygons, things like that. So you're initiating an edge, and the next item that's important is the affinity. Basically, these are your interactions with your friends. And it's basically calculated by how often you interact with friends and people that like your content. So for instance, it's not just posting the content and getting a lot of likes, it's how much you actually interact with those people as well. So for instance, the more you engage with other people by direct dialogue, going to their page, you comment on an object, aka a photo, a video, a link, a status update, it gives you a stronger affinity. And if you think about it like this, what's the whole point of social networking and what's the whole point of Facebook? It's really about building relationships with people. And so the more people you interact with, the more your content is kind of rewarded in a sense. So the third area I want to kind of cover is weighting. And basically weighting is how much engagement your content or your object receives. So for instance, how many likes you get, how many comments, how many shares that your content receives. The more people that you share this with, obviously, the more likely they are to see it. And by doing this and by building relationships, providing quality content, it's going to help influence your content, help improve your edge rank. Okay. So let's get to the last area, which is time decay, which in this case is like the newest content. So for instance, like if I logged into Facebook and I kept, I'm going to refresh my page here. If I kept refreshing my page and I kept seeing the same content over and over and over, that's not going to have a whole lot of weight there, And so basically Facebook uses something called time decay. And so therefore, as your content gets older, think of it as a diminishing return. It starts out great, and then as it goes along, what's going to happen is it's going to decrease, which is the time decay part. So the longer your content's out there, the less weighting it's going to have as it gets liked. So the whole point is you want to collect those likes as things get started. So there you have it. That's Facebook EdgeRank, and it's basically measuring the content you post to Facebook, how many likes, how many comments, how many people share it, etc. And the more often you share content and the more that your content has been shared across with other users, people that are more powerful, etc., it takes on, kind of a mind of its own, and, it becomes an influencer. So the takeaways from this, basically, you need to go out there and you need to put out quality content. You don't just need to be posting updates. You want to strategically think about your content and say, you know what, is this something that people will want to share? If this is not content that people want to share, I want to probably go in and I probably want to retool that, because again, just because you put content out there does not mean it's good content. You need to find out what your audience is interested in, and you need to kind of skew your content towards that. So there you have it, Facebook EdgeRank. If you don't understand this, please feel free to leave me a comment on my Facebook page. Also comment on my video that will be on my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.